The Angry Marks Podcast Network is brought to you by WrestleWork, a social network to connect, create, and share everything about pro wrestling. Check it out today at WrestleWork.com.
You're listening to the Impact Implosion on the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
It is March 20th, 2015, and it's another episode of the Impact Implosion. As always, I am Seth Draken, and on the other end is Mike Poland.
Hello, everybody. How we doing?
Yes, and this week's TNA Impact, well, first we got to talk about the news, because there is some.
There is.
Destination America, ending all Saturday TNA shows.
Uh-oh.
They are moving Impact Unlocked to Friday at 7 p.m., probably for the best.
Yep.
And they're moving TNA's greatest matches from noon to 3 a.m., 4 a.m., Friday, early Saturday morning. So unless you're a night owl, you ain't seeing TNA's best matches. Also, let's see, what else did we have? Looking at the news.
TNA will be doing a live Impact May 8th.
Oh yeah, that was it. Live Impact May 8th.
Yep.
Because everything's been taken care of before then. We have all the shows in the can.
Yep.
Because of the spoilers like a few days ago. Tapings a few days ago. So basically, yep, we're in for a treat.
Are we?
That I was being facetious. Anyway, we got to start off with an Ultimate X match, Ultimate X 3-way for the tag titles.
With the Wolves, the Bromans, and the Revolution. The
Bromans being DJZ and Jesse Goddard, although Robbie was supposed to be in it, but
he's broken up over losing to Brooke.
And the Revolution is Mac and Great Sonata because James Storm and Abyss, no, they ain't doing shit on the Ultimate X.
I was going to say, who else are you going to put in there for that?
Well, they could put Koya, but freaking Koya would suck, doesn't know shit. So yeah, probably put the best two guys in there.
Yep. They didn't really do a lot of spots here, though.
We had we had a spot where the Wolves were about to jump up, Angelina tried to distract them by shaking her ass. Of course,
that's about all she's good for now.
Of course, that's the only reason she did that, because she's doing that to her apparent real-life boyfriend. Yeah, she's dating Davey Richards, yeah.
Lucky bastard. I mean, what?
Manic tried to sneak by Jesse Goddard's idiocy and steal the tag belts, but Jesse finally figured out what was going on.
Yep.
We had Manic on Great Sonata and DJZ on Jesse Goddard doing piggybacks and basically trying to steal the belt, and Sissy fighting each other. Like, no, get away! They're my belts! No, they're my belts!
And then in the end, it's the Wolves with the win after Davey hits a double stomp and they climb the thing uncontested.
Yep. That happened. It was okay opening match. Austin Aries comes out.
Oh, we have the arrivals of both champion and challenger.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yep.
Then we had Austin Aries come out, and he's pissed, as he should be.
It's been a few weeks since you've seen the greatest man that's ever lived.
Being the greatest crowd that ever lived.
Yep.
He's here because he wants his damn briefcase back.
And he called out Samoa Joe and Loki.
Yep. And he's like, you know what, Loki? Why don't you put your X Division title on the line, and I'll put this briefcase on the line. And Loki's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
So he says,
and Joe pops Aries.
Yep. And then we got Aries versus Joe. this was Joe's last match, sadly, on Impact.
Yep.
And not a good way to go.
No.
Just basically, nothing really happened. Aries wins.
By a DQ.
Yeah, because Loki attacked. Loki tries to hit Aries with the briefcase, but hits Joe, and then Aries hits a discus punch on the briefcase, and Loki's
Spud
out.
comes out.
Spud comes out, because he's got a briefcase too. He hits his finisher called the Underdog, and wins, becoming new X Division champion, and the crowd is loving this.
Yep.
Although, the last we will ever see of Samoa Joe, he's pissed and he's chasing Spud to the back.
And no, it's true Samoa Joe fashion.
We will never see him again. Because of ninjas probably took him while he was chasing Spud.
Well, we hired Okada?
Not Okado. No, ninjas. People in a van. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
Yep, they probably took him.
And then he comes back with a knife for some reason.
No, he's not coming back to TNA. He's done with him. So anyway, Magnus is beating up Bram in the back, and they basically head to the ring, where Magnus continues to beat up Bram. Security's and officials trying to separate Magnus, but he's too pissed. Then Mickie James comes to the ring to try to calm down Magnus, and it beats up Bram herself.
Yes, because...
And Magnus follows, and he power bombs
Bram a little bit.
And he power bombs Bram onto the stage.
Yep.
By the way, Rockstar Spud trending worldwide. I actually did check that.
Mm-hmm.
So next up is the Triple Threat Knockouts title match where Taryn takes on Gail Kim and Awesome Kong.
This was okay.
It was a funny spot where Taryn tried to roll up Kong, but Gail Kim was on top of Kong, so it was. And it only got
trying to pin who?
And it's a double, and it's a 2 count. Both of them were trying to pin Kong, and it was a freaking 2 count.
And the referee is confused.
Taryn hits the Taryn Cutter on Kong after a little while, but only gets a 2 count, and is shocked by this.
Taryn goes for a dive, but Gail pushes her off the ropes and does the crossbody to the floor on Kong.
And then Taryn basically beats Gail Kim by getting her in a schoolgirl.
Yep.
As you do. And Taryn sees Awesome Kong outside, pissed that this has happened, and she is fucking terrified. Like, oh shit!
Well, I got one of them, but now I gotta beat the other one.
And the one I couldn't beat!
Mm-hmm.
So, then we have a montage of Franklin versus Angle later tonight. Before the Knockouts match, we had everyone predicting the winner.
Yep.
And MVP saying, doesn't matter who wins, belt belongs to the BDC. MVP, you lost.
Yes.
So no, belt doesn't belong to you guys. You lost.
No belt for you.
No belt.
And we have...
Nosy Cameraman wants Kurt's
We have backstage promos with James Storm and Kurt Angle.
Oh, we had James Storm's doing a coin flip. And basically, we never know the result of the coin flip. Damn it.
Yep. And then Kurt does a promo putting over Lashley.
Yep, and he says, I came here to prove I'm still one of the best. So then we have James Storm versus Matt Hardy in a no DQ match, a.k.a. Matt Hardy is a fucking idiot match.
Yes, because you got 5 guys on one side and 1 on the other.
Yeah, Matt Hardy comes out alone.
You couldn't find the Wolves anywhere?
Nope. James Storm does get the tax.
Yep.
But a mist from Sonata, a cowbell hit from Storm, and 2 last call super kicks. What is Matt Hardy freaking... Matt Hardy last call super kicks. What? Matt Hardy's freaking John Cena now? And James Storm wins.
Yep. And then they attack him after the match.
Yep. And
this is setting up for Jeff Hardy to return next week against Storm.
Which they've been hyping the living crap out of.
Mm-hmm. Which means they're no longer in England next week.
Nope. We're back in America.
America.
Which is not good because they normally do well in freaking England, and when they get back to the U.S., the shows suck.
Yep. Main event time.
And we had the long-ass walks by both Angle and Lashley. selling this match.
And this was a great match, too.
Not as good as... this was a great match, I agree. Not as good as Spud and EC3. Yeah. And
I think EC3 and Spud had a better story.
Agreed.
This is more just
two men
a lot
wrestling.
of, like, grounded stuff and spots, like kicking out, finisher kickouts and stuff.
Yeah, I normally like my matches to tell a story. To be a good match and tell a story is awesome.
Right.
So, Angle's basically being Lashley. Angle's being freaking Brock Lesnar to Lashley's Cena.
And just suplexing him as many times as he can.
In German as many times as possible. And during this, I was freaking arguing with, well, not arguing, but having fun with TNA Creative on Twitter, basically, because he was talking about how Kurt fought 3 Hardys, talking about Tom Hardy, and I was like, I watched Warrior, never fought Tom Hardy in that movie. He fought Joel Edgerton, actor.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to say, he's not related to Matt or Jeff.
No, he's not. But he's an actor. Pretty good actor, too.
Yep.
Yeah, and Kurt Angle in that movie played a Russian. Undefeated Russian.
Rusev!
I know.
Wait, that's a different company.
I know. I was like, yes, you can make the comparisons. Ironically, because this movie was shot in 2011. And WWE was starting with Rusev later.
Yep.
So anyway, back to the match. We basically had 2 counts, basically. Both their finishers get 2 counts. Franklin goes to the top rope and misses a splash.
Yep.
Kurt Angle does a top rope crossbody, but Franklin reverses it into the ankle lock.
Surprisingly agile for a big man.
Yes, but, oh, by the way, I missed before that, we had a commercial break where Kurt locked in the ankle lock after the commercial break. And I was like, oh, thank God Lashley powered out, because that was bullshit if that was going to end there.
It was actually before the commercial.
What?
It was before.
No, it was after the commercial break where we had a short series and then we had the ankle lock.
If only TNA had an app.
I know. It was after the commercial break, and I'd be like, oh, thank God that's not where it ended. That would be total bullshit.
Of the highest when this happened.
Yeah. Don't you wish you had an app? I mean, come on. No, we don't. So anyway, back to Franklin. Kurt got out of that ankle lock because he got to the ropes. Angle slam by Kurt only gets another 2 count. Franklin has him in the armbar.
Yep.
But only Angle reverses this into the ankle lock. And Grapevine did, and Lashley, after a long struggle, has to tap.
Yep.
And slowly, too. He doesn't tap fast. He slaps because he's almost dead.
Yep.
So both men show respect. Kurt celebrates, and they do a long ass, allowing Kurt to relish this moment.
Yep. And what do we rate this episode? I'm going to say a B+.
A-.
Yep.
Just not as good as last week, but then again, considering last week's show and the rivalries in that, yeah.
Yep.
Makes sense. But this was more good wrestling. That was good wrestling and good story too. So.
Right.
It just barely gets beat.
Right.
But now it's the ultimate dread because we're going back to the U.S. and Universal Studios.
Yes, the plants.
Hopefully a few weeks without Impact will actually have this crowd be excited for the show again.
Maybe,
yeah. That's it for Impact. And do you have anything to sell?
Not this week. What about you?
This Saturday will be the Monster Crap induction of Leprechaun 4 in Space. And if you're wondering on that poll, I think it's pretty clear which film's going to win the poll, the next induction, and that's probably going to be Batman and Robin.
Oh,
although
good.
The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle did come close for a little while. So probably the only one that got more than 2 votes. It's got 8. While Batman and Robin got 12. So, yeah. Batman and Robin. Good luck. To me.
Yep.
So, Miley, it is time to go to bed. I already took you for a walk, so bedtime.
We will see you next week, folks.
Later.
Bye.